incredibly well this year.
It's unbelievable what we're seeing, and we have absolutely not seen this on both sides of the ball in 100 years.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Shohei Ohtani, what can't he do?
He is just a phenomenon like we have not seen in this sport.
There it is. Oh my goodness!
That was nasty.
Shohei, goodness!
What he is doing transcends sport.
Of all MLB DH just yet. It's Greg and Dan back with you. We're talking nominees. There are 5 nominees for DH, and they're so good, Dan, I think we should talk about all of them. Are you cool with that?
Let's do it.
All right, we have to begin with Shohei Ohtani. I mean, 46 home runs, drove in 100, 26 stolen bases, maybe the most overlooked stat on his resume, and 965 OPS, and he was dealing with pitching every 6th or 7th day.
Think about this. This guy can throw 100, and he can hit a ball way over 100 miles an hour.
Right.
I mean, his exit velo is off the charts.
And he can strike people like JD Martinez out, who's one of our finalists. JD Martinez, 28 home runs, 99 RBIs, and 867 OPS. He cooled off in the second half, though.
But he's bounced back, had a miserable 2020 campaign, the COVID-shortened season, bounced back to being more JD Martinez in 2021.
If you talk about bounce back at this category, Giancarlo Stanton's your guy. 35 homers, 97 RBIs, and 870 OPS.
The key for Giancarlo, staying on the field, staying in the lineup. He was the best Yankee hitter in the month of September into October. He had a monster year.
If you're looking for a DH with the most ridiculous upside, he's on your screen. Yordan Alvarez, he's just 24 years old.
Damage. And I think if he buys a new vehicle, he ought to just get a vanity plate that says damage, because that's what he does.
He does it a lot. 33 homers, 104 RBIs, OPS around 880 for the Houston Astros slugger. And then the boomstick, 41 years old, 32 bombs, 86 RBIs, and OPS over 830 over a span of 2 different teams.
I know you're going to ask me, how long is he going to continue to do this? I think, Greg, he keeps himself in great shape. He'll do this as long as he wants to. Something tells me he's going to play 3 or 4 more years.
I think he could play till he's 45. Is that egregious?
No, he keeps himself in great shape. He knows what he can do. Better off, he knows what he can't do. He's made adjustment. He can get to the fastball. He covers the breaking ball. Still a dynamic DH.
I root for players who silence critics. And to me, Giancarlo Stanton did that in the Bronx more than almost any player. There was a time when he came up to the plate, he was getting booed at his home yard. Those boo birds have gone away in the Bronx.
And to his credit, one of the toughest things to do when you're going through struggles like he had for a couple of seasons is not to lash back, not to fight back, not to you hear it, but he handled it with class and dignity. And this year he was rewarded, had a big 2021 year.
Now, he's probably not going to be all MLB DH because Shohei Ohtani has to be the runaway for that honor. 46 home runs when you're worried about pitching as well. We hear this all the time. We may never see this again. I have a feeling we're going to see it every year from Shohei Ohtani.
I don't know how he's able to do this, Greg. Making a living what I did for 18 years, you have so much of your focus on the mound. I couldn't imagine having half of your time having to worry about also hitting, looking at scouting reports, not only scouting reports of who you're pitching against, scouting reports of who you're going to hit against. Somehow, some way, he found a way to mingle these two together, and he had a year like we have never seen.
Will this be the final year where we only have 5 nominees for DH? Because with the new collective bargaining agreement, there's a chance we have a universal designated hitter. And if that is the case, what kind of names do you think could be thrown out there from the National League?
Maybe a guy like Pete Alonso is a name that could come out of mind. Joey Votto could be one of those guys. Max Muncy could be one of those guys. I know they're probably not ready to put their gloves down, but we're just saying.
How about Patrick Wisdom of the Chicago Cubs?
Another guy.
Really doesn't have a position. Do you think that's coming? Do you think DH in both leagues?
I would be surprised if 2022 and beyond we don't have the universal DH.
Will you miss pitchers hitting?
Yes, I will.
You will?
I will a little bit.
Because this guy could rake.
Yeah, oh, no, I couldn't.